In this video, we're going to go over the key market factors that you can and cannot control when selling your house. Stay tuned. What's up everybody, Andrew here with the Lake Team in Houston, Texas. Welcome back to our channel. We have another fantastic video lined up for you guys today. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below if you have not already. We try to produce the best real estate content to put out to you guys each and every single week. And so with that being said, let's move straight into today's topic, which is the key market factors that you can and cannot control when selling your house. So number one, and arguably the most important one, is price, right? You can always control the price, and this is, in my opinion, the most important piece of the puzzle because everything sells for the right price. If you're overpriced, buyers are probably gonna look at you like you're absolutely crazy and you're never gonna sell your house, right? Your days in the market, though I just made a video about it, your days in the market are just gonna continue to tick upwards. Everyone's gonna wonder what's wrong with your house, and then all you're doing is inviting lowball offers anyways from guys like me as an investor. So if you don't want to get lowball offers and you don't want that days on the market metric to continue to tick upwards, go ahead and price it appropriately from the beginning. That's the best thing you can do. Don't try to chase the market up, just price it appropriately from the beginning and let the market react to it. Next up, we have condition. The condition of the property is something that you can control, and I think it's equally as important as price, maybe not as important, but it is very important because buyers are either gonna walk away loving your property, or they're going to walk away completely and utterly disappointed in how ugly your house looks. So the condition is something that you can control, and if you have a house that's in bad condition, don't fret, it's okay. Just make sure you price appropriately, right? Don't list at full market value if you know that your house needs $50,000 in work. Right? Don't be that guy because you're just gonna sit there forever. But so price appropriately. So price and condition go hand in hand, right? So talk to your agent or talk to us, whatever you choose, but price and condition do go hand in hand. And so just make sure that you price appropriately if your condition is not all in that great of shape. All right, and here's one that's completely out of your control, is the market conditions. You can't control what the market is doing. If your neighborhood has 100 houses for sale, then you have extremely strong competition. Now, if your neighborhood doesn't have that many houses for sale, maybe there's only one or two, then the conditions are fantastically in your favor. You don't have 100 different sellers to go up against, and the buyers are definitely gonna see your house. And then now you need to know, which your agent should be able to tell you if you haven't been keeping up with the market conditions. What are the market conditions? Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Where is it balanced in between? Who knows, right? So if you don't know those conditions, maybe do a quick Google search and see what things are going on in the local area, or talk to your realtor or talk to us. Whatever you choose, you'll be able to understand what kind of market conditions you're about to enter as a home seller, whether it's favorable to you or if it's not favorable to you. And then piggybacking off of the market conditions, you need to understand as well, are we on an upswing? Are we on a downswing? Are we in this massive bubble? Do you need to capitalize on the moment if we are on a upswing, or do you need to go ahead and get out fast because you are thinking about selling and you don't want prices to go ahead and slide downward? But nonetheless, whenever it comes to all these market conditions, and if it's in your favor, if it's not in your favor, you can help by pricing accordingly. So let's say if you have an example real quick, if you are in a neighborhood that has 100 houses for sale, which those are generally these really, really massive master plan communities. But if you're in a neighborhood or an area that has 100 houses for sale, you can price accordingly. Maybe don't try to get the very tip top of the market like everybody else. Maybe price just a little bit below, and the buyers will see the value in your house, and then maybe you'll get lucky and have multiple offers. But nonetheless, pricing you can help and mitigate some of these problems if the market conditions aren't in your favor. But yeah, from an overall perspective, you can't really control the market. Another thing that you can't control is the location. Now, you can't pick up your house and move it to a different location. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but let's be real here. You're not going to. Who's going to move their house? I mean, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars. Terrible idea. Don't do it. So a lot of buyers shop for specific locations and school districts that they want their kids in. If you're in a highly desired area when it comes to school districts or just a location in general, then you're in good shape, in my opinion. One can be perceived as better than the other. It really all depends on the buyer's perception and what they're comfortable with. But just know that buyers do shop for the location as well. And the location and desirability, whenever you decide to list and sell your house, is completely out of your control. What buyers perceive today is going to be, it's different from maybe what you perceived or what you didn't really care about whenever you purchased the house. So just bear that in mind. Just because one shoe doesn't fit everybody, right? So just because you're not in what's perceived as a highly desired area, or you are in what's perceived as a highly desired area, you can't control any of that. But you need to understand what most buyers are pretty much after today. Let's say you do find yourself you're selling a house that's in not that desirable of an area. You can compromise as well, and this is an option. You don't have to do this, but you can compromise on price should you want to. Maybe buyers they see kind of an identical house as yours in a couple miles away that's in a school district that they ultimately wanted. Maybe they're losing out to a bunch of other buyers, and it's more expensive than your house, but it's the same identical house, but yours is cheaper. They may compromise and just come to your house instead, make that offer at full price, right? That's best case, make that offer at full price. And so, like I said, buyers may compromise and end up going for your house rather than the other. So you can control this a little bit, again, by price. Next up, we do have another factor that is in your control, which is timing. Timing the sale of your home. So when is the best time to list? We get this question all the time. When is the best time to list? And really, in my opinion, there's really no one answer to this. I mean, there's pros and cons to all the seasons. Well, in Houston, we only have 2 seasons, summer and a fake winter or fall, right? But we can go over some quick examples real quick. If let's take summer. We'll go ahead and go straight into summertime. A lot of people have this perception of like, hey, if I list in the summertime, that's when prime selling season is, and everyone's moving around. And that's definitely a pro. But a con to that is let's say, for example, everyone else is selling their house at the same time, right? So you have a lot of competition against you. Maybe there was no houses for sale throughout the year in your neighborhood, but June, July starts coming around, and now you have like 10 different houses for sale in your neighborhood because everyone's selling at the same time. So that's something to consider. Rather than if you listed in the wintertime or the fall or whatever, when there's nothing on the market, then you absolutely have the advantage over everybody else because you have no competition. So there's pros and cons to doing it both. Now, if you're doing it in the fall and you have kids that are in school, that may be a bit of a headache. And if you want to take that on, that's totally up to you. But again, it's just, you can list in the fall when there's no competition, or you can list in the summer when there is competition. Kind of just depends on your motivation and your goals and what you're actually trying to achieve. Next up, this isn't necessarily a key market factor, but it's something that's in your control, and it's equally as important that you try to be as flexible as possible. And then with this, it's going to be showing availability. So buyers are pretty much very sporadic sometimes, right? And I know that if people who work from home, it might be a little bit difficult to just up and leave, and I get that, I totally do. But try your absolute best to be flexible as possible with these buyers that are requesting to come see your house. We've had sellers in the past that just decline showings left and right, upwards of like 30 showings, and that's just, you're never going to sell a house like that. So if you can't be flexible with showings, then it may not be the best time to sell. Maybe try to figure something else out. Maybe, go rent a house for a little bit, or maybe try to purchase a house first without selling. But if you absolutely cannot, just, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. because you work at home, you're not going to allow showings, man, it's going to be really, really difficult to sell your house, because how can you sell a house when nobody's actually going to be able to go look at it? They're going to go look at your neighbor's house. So with that, just be as flexible as possible. I understand everyone has their certain conditions that need to be met, and that's okay. And if you have questions about how to be flexible, or what times are best, give me a shout. I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. All right, guys, well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, or if you have any other video topics that you'd like us to cover, go ahead and leave a comment as well, or reach out to me. I'll be happy to make a video over all of this. If you have any further questions, please visit us on our website, and all our information is on there, and you can reach out to us directly from there as well. I'll leave all of our information in the description of this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Here at the Lake Team, we try our best to produce the best real estate content to give to you guys each and every single week. And with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm Andrew with the Lake Team here in Houston, Texas, and I will see you guys next week.